go.
One. Oh, we're live.
We look good.
How we doing?
Look at this.
How's
This
everybody
is
doing
this
today?
is the Shoeware team here, baby.
Is the start of something special or just
It
the
is.
start of something? At
I
least.
don't know how we
It's at
doing.
least the
Easy
start of
Drip
something.
is first. Matt's on TikTok. How we doing, Matt?
What's going on, guys?
Is this
Season-
season 2? Uh-oh. Season 2 it
Look at
is.
that dude. What up,
Yes,
Fresh?
Yes.
Fresh, how you doing? So Fresh is one of our guys from way back when, before we had
Yeah, no.
any of this setup. Fresh ATL.
I was
What
gonna
up, what up,
say, I
Easy?
definitely seen Fresh a lot in the comments and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's
Shout
right.
out
That's
to Fresh.
Yeah, he would know. He
Easy
would
Drip's
know.
ready. How we doing, guys?
Yeah.
So, I don't
Here, lead us off. Mr.
Basically-
Podcast. This is our podcast host to the left. That's what he
So,
does.
guys, if you don't know who I am, I think you guys know who Landon is.
Yeah, everybody's.
Everyone knows Landon
everybody
here.
knows Landon.
The 15,000 subs on
Definitely,
YouTube.
yeah.
Right.
All should know Landon. But my name is Chase. I'm the behind the scenes guy. I'm kind of like the operational manager of everything. And then also a new
tech
face
guy,
as
too.
well. Next to Landon is
Where's
Miguel.
the camera? This way? That way?
Miguel,
okay.
look, hey,
Gotcha. Hey guys, I'm Miguel. I don't know what my official job title here is. I don't even know. I
yeah.
edit.
So
I
before you got into editing though, so I guess we could talk because of all the people like we've done this before with me and Chase. Oh, you can't say
Hey,
too
good
long,
luck on
Fresh.
your
It's all
interview,
good, no
Fresh.
worries.
Yeah, Fresh.
No worries.
Good
So
luck.
we're still trying to figure out where this podcast and stuff is gonna go. But as far
Yeah.
as like faces and stuff like that, me and him used to do this all the time. So how did you kind of become an editor and like where?
These are
More,
great
because like
questions.
this is an easy question.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
like what made you want to become an editor, and do you do like other stuff? Like where do you kind of see
Right.
this going? Because right now you're with us.
Yeah.
We want to keep you as long as we can, but you
And
know
I'll
what
be
is
here.
what's some of the stuff that you want to do?
All right. That first off, that great question to start this off.
Easy
But
question.
you know, I actually started with basketball videos, literally like basketball.
Oh, for
I
real?
was doing like workout videos. So I had this thing going on in I'm from Jacksonville, so I was playing basketball there, and then I really just started I started doing all these training things, and that's what I wanted to do initially is become a skills trainer. So I was working out all these random guys, bro.
You were so. I played basketball with you before. You were so fundamentally sound.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
had
Like
to.
like whenever you go left,
yeah.
you stick your foot. You go like you don't just do anything like
Yeah.
super loose. So the skills thing, you definitely could have gone that route. But keep
Yeah,
going.
man. So yeah, I was doing that for a while. I had a lot of guys that I knew just locally, just always playing, and just getting into basketball. Like the scene in basketball, the scene in Jacksonville for basketball is it's crazy. Like everybody plays because there's only a couple things you can do out there. You're either gonna get in trouble or you're gonna go play a sport.
Right.
So I was doing that for a while, and I'm like, okay, what's the best way for me to actually try and scale this business on its own? Because I'm literally just charging people like
But-
$20.
So how old were you whenever you were doing that? Because at that point in time, like the not the logical thing, but
Yeah.
the just like general thing is I'm gonna go to college,
Right.
and then figure out. So were you always like maybe I'll be a trainer from the
No.
jump, or was it like because that's not like I had to drop out of college. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was fully ready to be a teacher.
Right.
So like when did you kind of recognize
I
that?
started. So the thing is, bro, like I was supposed to go to school to become a nurse or a physical therapist. Like I tell people this all the time, and I'm like, they're always just like, what, you of all people? I'm like, yes, like Asian mom, Asian household. It's like you just have to do either nursing or you're a mailman, pretty much. So that was like ingrained into my brain. But once I got out of high school, started college, you get to start experiencing all these different things. It's like you wanna try new things and this and that. So it was probably around like age 20. Like I feel like I had a pretty slow start to like my whole career, but it was age 20. I was like, you know what? Like let me try and do this. Let's try and make this a full-time thing. Let's see if I can do it. At the time, though, I was working at Chick-fil-A. Shout out to Chick-fil-A just because.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Hopefully we can get a sponsorship, Chick-fil-A. That would be
Hey,
cool.
listen, we're looking for
But-
sponsors.
yeah,
We're fishing. We're
literally.
fishing.
So,
Yeah,
We're just
season
getting
2,
started.
season 2, episode 1. All right, sponsored by.
Yeah, no, this
Literally.
episode's about to go crazy. I can
Yeah,
tell.
bro. But yeah, I started at that age, and then I just kept building it up from there. And so I told myself like, yeah, I need to scale it somehow. So I was like, I need videos. So I took like a refund check that I got from my community college, and I texted my mom like, hey, I'm not putting this in my savings. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy all this equipment. So I bought the camera. It was like $1,000 for like this movie kit. So it was a T6i that I still have today. It was a shotgun mic, and then it was just a couple of batteries or whatever. So I started with that, and I just really fell in love with it, honestly. Like I guess being an only child, like having that space to be by myself and just sit down and like have my own thoughts and then put them out into the video and things like that. I enjoyed that aspect so much. I'm like, I just love to edit.
And
This
I
is
think
my
that's
thing.
I think that's really cool, and I think you see a lot of that. I see a lot of that now because what something that you know, like that we all know now, being within like this type of route that you do is you work relentlessly forever before
Yeah.
anything happens.
Yep.
So like we were out there spending 4 hours filming videos, 5 hours editing
Yeah.
them for
Oh,
like
yeah.
30 views, and it's like for forever. That's just like the endless cycle and stuff
Yep.
like that you're in. But another part of that, like you said, that we talk about a lot too is, I mean, we're 25, 24, 25, 26 now. We're getting older, but you're talking about
guys
doing
are
this at
still young.
20.
Yeah.
Like, we're still so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's
guys
the
are
crazy
definitely
thing. Like,
still
we're still so young. You're starting about doing this, like, when you started when you were 20.
Yeah.
Like, at least you didn't wait so much longer to do that, because it really does. Like, what's crazy is you do strike me as the kind of person that, like, I'll be on TikTok and I'll see this super drawn out video of like this random person, like, these are all my favorite shoes ever, and they edited this video, it's this B-roll panorama shoes, the different shoes they love, for 7 likes on TikTok, and they're not even a TikTok creator.
Right.
They just like doing that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, but that's almost like, I look at that as like crazy. Like, that's what a crazy waste of time. Like, you're not getting crazy, but at the same time, if you enjoy it, that's what got us started. Because before we
Exactly.
were like, if we didn't enjoy doing these shoe reviews, how could we ever like get ourselves up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m.,
Yeah.
go record for 3 hours, edit it for 2 hours, answer comments, deal with the backlash on certain stuff like that, if you didn't just love it. So
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Nah, but we can definitely relate to you about
Yeah.
that, about getting that check.
Yeah, man.
Because our
refund checks from COVID
our
set up
our
our whole system.
our COVID refund check got us that camera that we use, and
Wow.
and also I think it was like a few more things. I think
It
the
was
camera,
definitely
the
more
mic,
things.
basically this entire
whole setup.
setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know,
If you go back and look at the early Shoeware videos,
oh, it was on a
Bro,
webcam.
I wish
when
you
he
wouldn't.
showed me the first one, I'm like,
Oh my
oh
gosh.
my god.
We recommend not watching the first like 10. The first 10 are all equally bad. The first 3 are especially bad.
Those were the best.
Yeah.
They- exactly.
I
Super
remember,
bad.
what was it? I remember you didn't even have a webcam way back, and I bought a webcam
No,
and
yeah.
shipped it to you.
Off eBay, man. That was, and I had such a junky MacBook.
Yeah.
Such a junky MacBook. So like the thing, it was just, and the video quality, the backdrop that I set up, just the whole thing. If you look at this now, it's just so sad. It's
Oh,
so
man.
crazy,
It's
man.
the
It was,
come
a,
on.
it was
Starting
a
point.
navy
Yeah,
blue.
exactly.
It was like a navy blue sheet curtain in my backdrop. I grabbed my like standing shoe rack that was in my room and just stood some shoes up to about like 5 feet right behind me. It was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys got to check out that video though.
yeah,
It's a lot
you
of fun.
should. I
Oh my
think the
gosh.
best part about that though is like it's the you get to reflect and look back at that every now and then, because like you guys are hitting milestones. Since I actually started with you guys like last year, it's like been
Are we at a
every
year?
month.
We're over a year now,
I
right?
think so.
We're like
I
a
think
year.
so.
We're about to be coming up on 2.
No, I don't
not
think
two,
so.
Not two. It's
It's
almost
been-
a year.
it's been
Who knows?
om-
Does anyone know
it's-
here?
Yeah,
It's definitely been almost a year.
It's
Wait,
yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
almost a year.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
It's
hasn't
been
even
less
been
than a
1
year.
year?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're getting
wow.
there.
We're going
getting there.
places then.
Yeah.
We've only
That's
been
what I'm
doing this
saying.
for 1 year.
That's what
That's
I'm saying, bro.
crazy. And the whole thing was so crazy because we met through like other
Yeah.
jobs and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Literally.
we like we cherry pick this editor from someone
Oh my
else too. So
gosh.
like that's what makes it. But like you do so much freelance work and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like how do you even balance that?
Man, it's
like
tough.
because like it's like I feel like for you the way you I kind of see you go about it,
Mhm.
it's like individual projects.
Yeah.
And if you take something on, but then like you see another like a really good opportunity that's
Yes.
offered to you, but you
Yeah.
know you can't do it
Mhm.
like, or at least get like if you didn't have this thing going on, you could do it easy. But like, does that ever
Yeah.
become a problem? Like I'll go ahead and do it. Just understand it might take a little bit longer, and you
Right.
just have to turn it down. Or what do you end
Right.
up doing there?
No, I think the biggest thing is being transparent, right? First and foremost. Like if you know for a fact, like, okay, I can do this project, I can try and squeeze it in, but it might not be the best, then in those situations, I'll just turn it down. Because my thing is, bro, is the whole relationship thing. People definitely undervalue like great relationships. And oh, sorry guys. And the relationship I have with you guys, it's like bro, we come in here, we have fun. Like, I think like like 3 weeks ago or like a month ago, I came in here and this guy's like, hey, let's shoot some free throws in here real quick. See if you can beat me. And then I literally walk in today and they're like throwing darts at the board. And I'm like,
man, there's a lot of behind. I mean, and you know this too. Like whenever you have so much stuff going on, and I've always tried to be like a huge advocate for this, just because it's kind of how I operate. But like, I gotta take a break. Like eventually, like middle of the day, or even if it's just to start the day. Like come in, me and him, we throw darts every single morning. And honestly, it ends up. It's like it's for fun, but it's also just to do something different whenever you know you're about to go. Because I mean, you have some jobs too now, and like you've been inside of like a workspace and where you're just doing everything at home by yourself. But like if you sit down and you get too locked in and stuff like that, for me personally, like I just start to work like
it's insane.
Not as efficient.
Exactly.
And then but the biggest thing that we always talk about, and you know this too, is we have to like eliminate burnout, because if this is something that like we want to do for the next 30, 40 years, and this is something that's super fun. Obviously there's challenges and stuff that people aren't going to see with it, but like it's super fun. But as far as if you want this to last forever, you don't want to like
you can't
just go way too thin way too early.
You just can't burn yourself out. I think one of the biggest things for me was, like I said, just being able to say no, like for the longest time ever, bro. Because when you start out, you guys get it, like the grind, that first initial grind for that first year or two, it's like you're doing stuff constantly. And for me, on my end, it's like, oh, like I'll edit that stuff for you for free, knowing good and well, like I need that money and all this and that. But at the end of the day, it's really not about that. But I say that to say, you just got to pace yourself. Like this, like you said, this is going to be something that's going to be here for years and years to come. So if you don't pace yourself, you get burnt out, and nothing good comes of that. But
so I will ask you this. So since you like editing and stuff like that, he was like our editor and originally, and
Chase did a great job.
He did, he would do a great job.
I still do a little bit. I got the intros, you know. I have to do a little bit.
Yes, bro.
So he started off with the editing. He taught me how to edit. We were doing stuff like that. But from your like, so for us, we've only edited shoe videos.
Yeah,
we've edited shoe reviews. We've edited hype videos, just different stuff like that. Conveniently, I was like, whenever he told us like the whole thing, he's like, hey, you know, this guy Miguel, he might edit videos. I'm like, yo, no, that's great. It's just, man, I'm gonna have to teach him, like, so this is what traction is, and this is what support is. Whenever I'm talking about cushion, that's like the soft part, like, so I'm like outsole, traction pattern, you know, support systems, overlays. I'm sitting here like, you know, I'm just gonna have to try and find a way to explain to this person, like, you know, like they play basketball, like how to do basketball. It's like, oh no, he plays basketball. I'm like, that is so convenient. That being said, that was such an easy transition for us. But what are your favorite types of videos to edit? Because all across, I know you've done weddings. You've done like more
literally
sentimental
everything.
Stuff like that. But like, do you have types of videos that you like, or do you just like switching it up?
I think switching it up is definitely good, but I think my favorite is always, it's gonna stay documenting. Like I love to document, bro. Like that's
we're so bad at that. That's amazing that you do.
I know. I mean,
we've
that's
tried.
another thing. We'll get there, guys. Trust me. We will get there.
Times.
But no, it's just my favorite because it's like, it's special to capture moments, right? So like you guys were talking about, we literally just said it, the old shoe review videos, like they might not have been the best in you guys' opinion and all that stuff, but
no, they were not the best. It's okay. There's no opinion out there.
It's documented though, and it's like I get to look back at that. So I think it's special for me to be able to document things and just capture those specific moments, because whenever I look back at the footage, I'm like, wow, like that was a really great moment. And we captured it, and now we have it for as long as we can keep it digital and not erase it, obviously. Cool. But yeah, man, it's been documenting. I just had a thing for it. That's what I started out with. That's what I always love to do, and it's fun for me.
I think that's really cool too, especially because, and not like everyone's got their own like niche or whatever you want to call it, and everyone's got their own type of content. For us, like in the beginning, it was like one of our battles with that, and it's like, so anyone who does it, it's amazing. I give more props to them, but it's like, how do you make your experience interesting to someone else?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to tell you, and that's what we want to talk about that, anything. And as we grow this podcast and stuff, we'll interact more. We'll talk about like our weeks and days. We'll probably still get to that and stuff like that. But how do you make it like, because that's been our biggest thing. Like if I'm gonna tell you like, if I'm gonna slap a shoe on the table and be like, this is how it plays, this is what I think about it. Like that's useful information if you don't want to buy the shoe, test it out, and return it. Like if someone trusts what I'm saying, or so that's what I always tell him is like, there's different like shoe like reviewers out there. Obviously, we're not even close to the biggest one, but
we'll get there.
You identify, hey, we're on the way. But if you identify with me, or like, or I say, you know, the Jordan 36 plays amazing for this reason, and then like that felt like the same here for me. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Then just stick with that person because you kind of agree with how their foot responds to the shoe. Because at the same time, it's like I'll go to my grave saying like, there's no such thing as a perfect basketball shoe.
Right. Yep.
Someone's gonna say this shoe, like the LeBron 20, is the best or the worst. They're gonna say this or that's the best or the worst. So I mean, you are gonna have those scenarios where it's like that. But like honestly, that's just what makes it just so unique for basketball shoes. Is like being able to do videos like that. I just find it challenging sometimes to be like, you know, how do you make it interesting? How did you go about that? And did you ever, but like here's the thing that's cool too. I'm talking way too much. I'm about to pass it to you. But like if you start off, whenever you're making that content, because that's a more personal type of content, are you not sweating the views very much? Are you making this more for yourself, or like are you checking that and is it determining maybe I should do less or more of it, or and especially in the early stages? How did that feel?
I think it's another great question, Landon. Shout out to Landon for the questions today. But no, like it's an artistry is the way I look at it personally, because it's my life. I'm not that interesting of a person. Like I work all the time and I do what I have to do, and I mean I still have fun every now and then, but
every
like,
now and then, dude. I relate to that.
Like come on,
I relate to that.
But I think it's just knowing like, okay, hopefully somebody will watch this and it'll affect them the way I want it to. So when I'm documenting, I'm not necessarily thinking like, okay, what is somebody going to think when they see this scene? It's more so just like, whatever the video is, if I can give somebody a piece of information or give them some type of hope in a way that I would want to see, like scrolling through a video, say you see something very like extremely motivating. Nobody's ever like fully heard my story necessarily like openly like this. So it's interesting to do this, because to tie it back into the documenting and like filming and trying to make it interesting is you build that connection. Like you said, somebody finds somebody on like Shoeware, perfect example. Right. People gravitate towards you and your energy and like what you bring to the table. It's the same aspect with documenting and doing videos like that, because they just want to see how you are. They want to see what type of person you are, like what are your thoughts, ideas, because I always say this to people, like people are very nosy. And it's like it's
my social media did that.
Yeah, exactly. So
everyone
funny.
feels like they're owed, at least everyone thinks they can peek behind the curtains as much as they want to.
Exactly.
As much as they want.
Yeah. So I mean, and then to another point is that fine line, like you were just asking about, is I give people what I want them to gain from it. So like, say our whole journey, even like with the clothing brand that I've been working with for so long before I met you guys.
Shout that out. What's that clothing brand?
Avancé. I'm literally.
Hey, wearing it
all
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
But yeah, like literally we started. It's almost been 6 years.
Wow.
It's just been a complete grind, bro. Like this is like one of the better quality looking t-shirts. Like I mean, just like the first videos, our first shirts were terrible. Like they weren't the greatest. But the fact that people can watch our journey from that point until now, and they're hitting us up like, wow, like this is great, like you guys are doing so great. And I mean, of course, as like a person who never wants to settle, we're always just like, no, I mean, thank you, I appreciate that, but we still have to keep this going and still get better at it. And that's the best part, is that people can watch what we do and see the growth and see that it's possible to grow your channel, or it's possible for you to build up any business that you want to within the means of time, as long as you just continue to work hard and you just don't give up.
And that's crazy, because you can get some like lucky bounces and some lucky breaks and stuff like that, but like you can go on, and what's cool about what we do and like social media wise is like if we're making videos, it's documented for us. Like no matter, like the whatever this backdrop was compared to how me and him used to do stuff. Like it's all like that's the cool thing about uploading and like posting stuff to the internet. The bad parts, obviously, like sometimes how people respond to it, but like that's just I mean that affects other people differently. It doesn't really bother us and stuff like that. But what is really cool about the internet is like because I feel like not like we don't get it personally, like because I mean obviously we do a lot of basketball stuff, so obviously we don't go into the comments to like unpack our our feelings and stuff like that. But I think it would be cool for you, like, or just more so those documentary videos. I'm sure you get more people like interested in you like as a person and like what you're doing, because what people don't realize is obviously 15,000 subs is like small on YouTube, but like I'm just one person answering comments, so like it's so easy to be like all these influx of comments and stuff like that coming in are going to Shoeware, and not like I feel like but I'm like the only one answering it at the same time. So I feel like, did it ever feel whenever you were making that content like just nice to be able, did you meet someone while you were making that content that like you actually formed an online like relationship with?
I mean it's crazy because I think that we haven't necessarily like directly met somebody, but the best part is, bro, so like I want to say at the beginning of this year some random kid reached out to the Advancer page and he was like, hey, like I've been following you guys for a long time now, and it's just some random kid, and we're like, that's actually pretty cool. But he reached out, he's like, yeah, I've been following what you guys have been doing for a long time, I love your clothes. And the kid's dad reached out and was like, yeah, like my son for some reason he just loves watching what you guys do. Can we buy some shirts from you? So the dude, like, he put in this huge order.
Wow.
Yeah, just some random kid from Virginia, bro.
Dude, that's so cool.
That's the best thing, right? It's like you really feel like you're filling up your purpose in that sense.
We actually, I mean, we had the same type of thing happen recently because we kind of like slow dropped some merch like a little over a year ago, but we really started I'm actually wearing my merch.
Sir.
So I got my baller merch on right now, but
sir.
So we started starting to do some more like that merch stuff recently, but this past Christmas I think it was we checked like our Shopify thing or something. It's like, hey, someone just bought like every single item that we had.
Nice.
Like it was like it was like $300 or $400 or something like that. It was like it was every pair of shorts and every T-shirt or something like that. Like like it's so crazy. And like these people like legitimately in the comments or notes or something like that. It's like we got a YouTube comment about it. Hey, I just bought everything from your store. Love your channel or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
shout out to that person.
That's so cool,
like,
because as far as like merch and stuff like that, we don't really do much for like making money off that. We just like to give people the opportunity to rock our stuff.
Right.
That and stuff. But I mean, it's been a really cool experience like that for us. You need to jump in here and do some more talking, but it's been a really cool experience just for us to kind of like. I think the hardest part, and I honestly, he can speak to this a little bit more now. This is a perfect transition. Is figuring out what you celebrate and what you do, when to just keep your nose down.
Yeah.
Like when do you look up and be like, oh, we're up another 500 to 1,000 subs, or is that only 5 or 10K? When do you look up, and how often like you're just keeping your nose down?
Yeah, I think there's different milestones. Like, I mean, I think 10,000's big. 10,000 was really big. I think the next one that I think we are really looking forward to is like 50K on any
just
platform.
Hit 15.
And we just hit
15. That was big.
And that was nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really look at milestones too much numbers wise. I kind of like seeing just more trends. I'm more the analytical. That's why I'm more behind
the analytics guy. He can give you all that stuff.
I'm the one. I always critique Landon, like, hey man, like the retention rate's not working here. Like we gotta tweak this here and here.
Yeah.
And so I mean, obviously we always go back and forth on that. But
that's perfect though. You guys really balance each other out in that aspect for sure.
we
try.
Mean, neither one of us could do what the other person does.
Yeah.
And we're pretty confident in saying that.
Yeah.
We're pretty confident.
No
and
shot.
I think it is like and as funny as it is, it's like I think there is like a really, at least on my end, but I would say both ways, like there's just a healthy level of respect.
Yeah,
because, like,
of course.
There's no way. Like I just wouldn't even want to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want to do all of the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
And even to a degree, like I liked editing. There was a period of time. Like I'm not gonna lie, whenever he first brought up the whole editing idea, like hiring out an editor, I was like, I kind of like editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it was weird. It was
honestly,
weird. Like,
that was the funniest thing ever. He's like, yo, like,
was like, hey man, I can.
What
do
if
it.
I could just do it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta film and like you have.
I did not
Yeah,
have time.
So
I didn't
Yeah.
have any time to
Yeah.
do it, but I was like, hey,
Yeah.
what if I just did it? And
he
I
was
like,
so like, like your first edits over.
Yeah.
He was like analyzing them,
Yeah.
and
No,
he's like, it was
makes
so
sense.
funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
dude, it was such a weird transition, man. Because I didn't know what I didn't know what you could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's something
Fair.
cool. Like I would recommend. I'm not like the brightest tech guy or anything like that, but I know how to edit now.
Yeah.
I would recommend. It is very cool. Like if I knew how to do this, my highlight reels in high school would have gone crazy. My highlight reels in high school would have gone
Oh my
crazy. You'd be
gosh.
seeing me keyframe behind the backpack,
Oh
dude.
my
I
gosh.
swear. But no, honestly, it is like a really cool skill to have.
It is. It is. It's fun, bro.
And
It really
like
is.
the finished product,
Yeah.
there's nothing like
Yeah.
the export. It's rendering.
Oh my gosh.
It's
This
rendering.
Is hilarious.
Oh man, no.
All right, let's see here. We got a few comments on here. It looks like all basketball related. Let's just rapid fire through them. I'm sure you and Miguel can answer them.
Miguel can
I wish
always-
I could, but
Let's go.
Miguel can always throw
I
his stuff
can't-
in too, and
I can't at all.
we'll do a better job at like kind of interacting. This
Yeah,
was a
for
lot
sure.
more of like an introductory episode. You guys didn't know anything about Miguel, and
Yeah.
now we got some backdrop a little bit.
so it
into
looks
some
like
of that stuff.
Easy Drip from YouTube says, "Hey Shoeware, what kind of basketball shoes did you buy that you regret buying?"
Regret buying.
Regret.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one.
So pretty much if we're talking performance, we got to just talk performance because pretty much any resto mod isn't really worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
those
100%.
things. I
man.
mean, you can
Yeah.
just
Those
tell,
things are
like,
garbage.
Like the T-Mac.
and I
The
don't even
T-Mac's
play.
not even bad, honestly, but like the LeBron 2, I don't know, like some of these shoes that like
You got a lot of flack for the criticizing the LeBron 2s.
Yeah.
that made no sense.
I mean,
That shoe-
it's
That was
shoe is literally-
crazy.
Someone said
It's a boot.
my favorite ones are the old heads, and I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
I never care. But it's so funny because you're like, I was like, yeah, that cushion quality is just not like it's legitimate. It's objectively hard.
yes.
Like you put your
Yes.
foot into the shoe, and it's like, yeah, no, that feels like my foot went through the shoe, and now my foot's on the floor. That's literally what it feels like whenever you put on the LeBron 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the quality was just way better back then. Honestly, I don't know much about like leather quality and like, but I know what my foot feels.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing that I can tell you right now. And how my foot feels in that LeBron 2 is like they were not revamped at all. So
So
those
the resto
resto
mods.
they aren't really that great. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of some other shoes like that aren't even just like cheaper performing models that like just kind of play poorly because like actually I know this Giannis's shoe line. I've not been a big fan of that. The Zoom
Yeah.
Freak 4.
Yeah. I
So
could
it's,
tell.
It's a little bit mediocre, and yeah, he gets a lot. So he
Yeah.
actually knows all this stuff because he edits
Right.
my voiceover. So like I say this stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I remember you saying you didn't like that
Yep,
about
yep.
that shoe. The Harden 5, bad shoe.
It
Harden
is.
5,
Yeah.
that's my
Garbage.
one. Actually, that's
Yeah.
my one.
Yeah.
If I was
Yeah.
gonna say one shoe that really frustrated me was the Harden 5 because I thought that was gonna be a really nice shoe. They went to like this future natural setup, like tested out like a different cushioning.
Wasn't it?
Rock
Nope.
hard. The
Was
shoe's
not
like
it.
the shoe runs a full size too big. You got some major heel slipping.
Yeah, that was bad. All right, so
That
then
should
you
have
got, let's go to TikTok. TikTok said Derek wants to know Freak 4 versus Kyrie Low 5.
I was just tagging on it.
That
Hey,
was
you
quick.
know what? There's
Yeah.
two
Should be
shoes
quick.
that I forget. Zoom Freak 4 and Kyrie 5 Low. No, I'm just kidding. I don't love the Kyrie 5 Low, though. It's
Yeah.
Kyrie's line, man. Oh, look,
Just
we're starting called laced up, but my man is wearing slippers. Froggy.
No,
Froggy.
man. We're
Froggy's
relaxing.
back, man. Froggy, is he the most OG? He was
Froggy's
for sure
pretty
the
an
first one to
OG.
bully us online.
What's good, Froggy?
Without a
shout out
doubt,
to
the
Froggy.
first one to come at us
still
online.
he's still doing it.
Froggy, you like these
But-
Gucci Air Forces? Froggy?
So what'd you go with? So probably Kyrie Low
If
5
I was going,
out
if I
of
was going
those?
between those two, I'd probably go Kyrie Low 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Zoom Freak 4, like the traction, there's really like the support's nice. I thought that shoe was gonna be really cool. I even liked the look of it
Yeah. That
when
check.
it first came out. I still like for whatever reason. I don't know if the performance is changing it, but I just don't like much about that.
Yeah.
shoe.
Then let's see here.
Severely OG.
Severely.
That's right. That's
And
a
then I
perfect
think
way to put
the
it.
last question I see is KD 15 versus LeBron 20.
Ooh. I love
That's a
when
good
people
one.
put the colorways in there.
Right,
It's
right.
KD 15 Oreo versus
Right.
LeBron 20 Miami. I don't know what the colorway looks like on that LeBron 20 Miami, but for performance, honestly, it depends on what you're going for. Support-wise, they
Yeah.
both struggle because you got some heel slippage on the KD 15s, and you got a thinner upper on the LeBron 20s, better traction on the LeBron 20s. If you like, this is how it's so for that shoe, I'd say like they're pretty much neck and neck. It kind of comes down to the cushioning
And price.
and price.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
LeBron 20
That's
is
why
pretty
the
pricey
LeBron
too.
20 didn't make my top 5 because honestly, outside of the support, like the LeBron 20 is miles better than the 19.
Yeah.
But the 19 was so bad. Like it was like 600 grams
Yeah.
for weight.
Super
for a 10
heavy.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. The traction was like mediocre. I'm amazed at the traction on the LeBron 20. Like that alone is almost enough to just say LeBron 20. If I'm choosing, I'd probably say LeBron 20, but they both have support issues. So if you have a problem with that, I'd stay away from that. But
Sweet.
that's about gonna.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, we gotta
Right,
go
time.
for a little bit longer.
You gotta go a little bit
Definitely
longer?
a little bit longer. So we'll go through
All right, here
everyone's
we go.
weekends.
We
Yeah,
can talk
there
about
we
the
go.
Weekends.
now.
All right.
We were saving it.
Miguel walked in. He said, "Bro, I'm so tired."
Oh
man."
my
I was
gosh.
like, Miguel, why are you so tired?
Too much gaming this weekend.
What
What
you
are you
game?
playing?
Too
What
much
have you been
gaming,
playing?
bro. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call
Call
of
of Duty.
Is there a
Duty.
new one out?
I'm not sure how long it's been out, but Modern Warfare 2, I believe, is what I've been running. But they just started a new season, quote unquote. The new
What do you play
season
on?
stuff is just crazy. PC.
Oh,
he's a
okay.
It's so
oh,
funny
man.
because every time I tell people I'm on PC, they're like, "Oh, you're a gamer," and I'm like,
I just have a
mean,
PC.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm a part-time gamer,
He's a
but
PC gamer too.
it's
Not
fun.
anymore, man.
He used
Not
to be.
anymore.
It is
But-
fun though.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
Just getting-
I couldn't. Man, there's some sweaty people though.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Call
PC,
of Duty,
bro.
no shooting
Bro,
games.
Bro,
shooting
it's
games.
ridiculous. I'm
There's
playing against
no
robots, man.
way. The fact
We played Fortnite.
I think the
Ooh.
fact, Fortnite.
Yeah,
Fortnite,
Fortnite's
I'm okay
crazy.
with though because I think the fact, and I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, but the fact that you can just repeatedly get murdered
Yeah, yeah.
over and over
yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
If you're in like a sweaty lobby, like spawn post snipe, spawn stab, spawn bomb. Like if I was playing in if I like, unless I don't know how they do like the for Fortnite for a while they were doing what do they call it like competitive ranking lobbies.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how they do that on Call of Duty.
Same
But
thing now.
if you I was gonna say because
Yep.
if you haven't played Call of Duty, you cannot get into it.
Yeah.
It is
yeah.
way too late. It's like
Yep.
It's like 10 years too late.
Yeah, bro.
Like if
Yeah.
You can't play.
if you can't, I feel like there's no
can
way
do
because
anything.
like I kind of like shooting games, and I feel like, I mean, I don't know how, but I feel like I can use my hands decently.
Yeah,
Like whenever
yeah,
I'm playing games, like
yeah.
sports games and stuff like that. But something about the shooting games, the precision, like they never ask you to be that direct on 2K.
Never.
Trying to
Wasn't.
find
Well,
it.
I guess-
I'm finding
Are you
it.
trying to find?
PGA Tour was just in, well, not in Jacksonville, but right down the street from
Oh,
Jacksonville.
for real?
Yeah. TPC. Shout out to TPC.
Ooh, dude,
Sawgrass. Beautiful course.
Yeah, I told him, but I didn't watch it just like piques my interest. So
Same.
if I ever
Yeah.
get time for it,
I'm
dude,
obsessed.
I sat down and I was just like, my wife, she was like, hey, it's time to go, and I was like, just watching them.
I gotta see
hit,
this
I
putt.
was
Hold
just
on.
watching him drive the ball on a random like on hole.
Yeah. Like,
You hit the green.
like
Let's go.
literally,
It's
bro.
so
I'm
pretty.
telling you. Yes, bro. Yes. I'm like
Connecting with the
super
golf
obsessed
ball?
with
Oh
golfing
my
right now.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. You could ask my fiance. I have golf balls in the car, like just randomly now. She's like, "What are you doing? Like, what
That's
are you really
the life,
doing?"
man. That's the life, because that's a sport. That's a sport.
is.
No
It
matter
is.
no matter what you do, baseball, boxing, whatever, we're all heading towards golf.
Yeah.
I don't
Literally.
know.
Everybody is
You don't think
heading
so?
straight
Darts?
towards
Darts
golf.
is
Darts
No.
was pretty nice.
Nah, man, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a
We
lot
were
of
darts and
playing
bowling.
darts. I
arthritis in the elbow. You're asking for it.
I
This
don't
is
know.
straight
Darts,
arm.
darts has been
It
pretty
is.
good to us so far.
Darts
I
have been
mean,
good so far. We're
since
pretty young.
True.
since getting the
Pretty young.
dartboard, we've played almost every single day.
I know, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I just feel like golf is just such.
Oh
Yeah,
peaceful.
you could. Well, I'll be playing until I'm like 90.
yeah.
Honestly.
So you got to get good then.
Yeah, I need to. That's I'm obsessed. Literally.
Where would you say you're at?
Like, if-
could you go out there and not get through around the
Could you
golf?
par?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Oh.
not slashing it all over,
Parring?
slapping it all over the yard anywhere like that.
Yeah, I would say, bro. If I had to pick, like, I'm definitely shooting over par right now. Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
You
bro.
know what?
Golf is hard, guys.
No,
if
it's
you're
super
watching
hard.
this, golf is the hardest thing ever.
And the
telling
ball
you.
just sits there.
Yeah.
Bro, I played baseball in college.
Yeah.
90, 95.
And it's moving.
The ball just sits there.
Yep.
And I would go out there. Once I got done playing ball, I roomed with my buddy of mine was a college, or not a college golfer, but he could have been.
Yeah.
He was all state in high school. So I was living with him and I'd go out to the driving range. It's just like, it's right there. he would just tell me like, this is what you have to do, and I feel like it doesn't matter unless it clicks.
Yeah.
Like it has to literally click, because it's like, man, I'm taking it straight back.
Yeah.
And it's just going hooking way left.
Telling you, man, it's tough.
That contact is tough. But I mean, there's also a method to it. But golf is just one of those sports where it's just like.
I mean, Landon, he's got a mean driving game, guys. Like we went to the range.
Oh, that's right. We have hit the range one time together.
He's definitely hitting like 300 plus off a roll.
Do that.
Yeah.
Off a roll.
Yeah. Plus off a roll.
There's not much. It's kind of an uphill slope, though, so I'm not getting much help from the roll.
Him and Chase, literally. Chase is being humble. He's not saying anything about it, but Chase has got a nice swing on his golf. So, yeah.
Chase is so I'm not about to do Chase dirty, but
no.
He literally was like, I don't know how to, because like it's one of those things where like I played, so he was a pitcher, right?
Yeah.
And this is where I actually think there is a fundamental difference, because I'm used to doing this motion, right? So like mine, it was just like bringing it lower now. For him, like his first few golf swings, because I mean, so whenever I first moved down here, we would hit the driving range up like maybe once every other month, or once every 3 months. It wasn't often, but it was often enough for me to go and watch him hit and be like, that is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Chase. Like something's gotta change. And the problem is, I was the one giving him golf lessons.
Yeah.
That's a bad place to be. That is a bad place to be.
Limited knowledge.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I feel like I could sit here and talk golf all day, just because
literally.
The game itself is just so fun. It's just so different than everything that we would have done.
Yeah,
like
bro.
Basketball.
Yep.
Did you play anything other than basketball?
No, honestly, I didn't.
You just who?
It's only basketball, bro. So it's crazy because like,
rare.
Yeah, bro. I tried football. I went to like spring practice for like a week. As soon as I put that helmet on, I'm like, yep, this is a totally different game from playing out in the street and like running routes and like juking out your cousin or something.
They hit you out there,
bro. I mean, it wasn't like,
it wasn't even like that though.
Yeah, when the first time I got tackled like really bad, I was like, okay, as long as I'm like actually moving and I'm like, my momentum will carry me. But that's what they always say in football. Like, if you stand still, it's gonna hurt. But if you're still moving and you're still trying to do something, you'll be fine.
That's true. You can't think about that.
Yeah,
that's the stuff
literally.
You can't think about.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the problem with like the NBA and stuff like that. Now it's like, I don't want to say, we are not about to turn this into a load management conversation. How do we get here?
Okay.
But like, just with like, once you start to be more careful, you can never like build those calluses and that stuff back up.
Yeah.
That's like a huge argument for that. But that's why golf is like, golf is timeless.
It is. It's bro, it's special. I think I was telling my fiance, like, I think I love it so much because, you know, in basketball, like, if you go play pickup, right, in the mornings, like Landon and I will play pickup. You play pickup. Some days it's like, okay, the competition's good. If you go to different places, it's like, the competition's all right. But when you're on the golf course, it's literally just you and that ball, and it's like
the biggest competition of it all.
Literally, bro.
I think that's the most frustrating thing.
Yes, it is, because it's just you, and it's like, okay, if I mess up, this whole thing's messed up, and it's always going to be on you. And that mental battle is like, that's what really drives it for me, honestly.
And it's one of those things where it's like, because, I mean, golf is really weird for me because like, you can't just, you can play a lot of basketball and not become the best basketball player ever.
Right,
but I feel like if you really just blinders on, I'm just gonna golf. How do you not become the best ever eventually?
It's hard, man.
How do you not eventually just become the best ever? I mean, I guess I don't have time to test that theory.
Yeah.
I don't have time to dedicate my life to that. But on a small scale, like you said, the same golf ball sits there for everyone.
Yep.
How do you not eventually just like literally become the best ever? Why are all these people not sinking them from 300 yards out?
Well, it's the clubs, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the clubs. Maybe it's the clubs.
Bro, it's just, I don't know. It's hard, man. It's a hard sport. Like, I just shout out to golfers. Like, I just, like, if you're good at golf, I envy you. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, for sure.
One day though, if you're hitting over par, I gotta go head over to Salvation Army and get me a set of clubs. All I have is a driver. And
bro.
I don't think
we gotta go.
Get me too far. We
I'm like a
go.
plus 15 last time I played. That was my first time playing 18 holes. I was plus 15.
I gotta go before.
Honestly, that's not bad. That's survivable.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta go
for your
before
first time ever.
Yeah.
Because
we definitely gotta go.
We've hit the driving range up.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that was
driving range
fun.
is fun.
It's getting warmer
yeah.
now too. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's a
Yeah.
bad thing down here in Florida.
Yeah.
It's been going in the
Too
winter.
much fun.
So, what did you do this weekend, Landon?
Yeah, so I went to the Strawberry Festival on Saturday, but
How was that?
it was fine. It was.
It was fine.
I mean, it's
I've heard
so
it
the
got
Strawberry-
worse.
The Strawberry Festival is weird because like.
Well,
we
didn't
went
you
to-
just go to the fair?
We literally we
Yeah,
went to the fair the
yeah,
week
yeah.
before.
We did too.
The exact. Wait, did you go to Strawberry Festival too?
No, we haven't gone.
So the exact same food is there.
yeah, same
with
setup. Yep.
a couple extra strawberry booths.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
like so if you go inside of one of the but because it's not in the same location,
Mhm.
it's just the literal. But you would think it is, because I know that the Florida State Fair is like right there in Tampa.
Yeah.
The Strawberry Festival is not.
It's Plant City. Plant
It's in
City,
Plant
right?
City,
I believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in Plant City,
Yeah.
but the setup inside is the exact same. You got
It
the
is,
same
bro.
big buildings.
yeah.
It's just occasionally you got like a strawberry shortcake
Yeah.
line that you can go make your own. So like it's still really good. It's just the fair literally took that away because we ate a lot of the same food
It's
that
just-
we
it's
saw at the fair.
No
So-
downplaying the Strawberry Festival, but yeah.
And that's a sad thing.
it's the
because
fair.
The strawberry
With
it's like,
strawberries.
There's more strawberries.
Literally.
It's literally. There's more strawberries on the way into the fair than
Yeah.
at the fair. Or
Oh, yeah.
it's-
At the
we're calling it the fair now. At the
strawberry.
Strawberry Festival. There's more strawberries on the way into. I love the people that are joining into this conversation.
Well, I got a
Be
question.
sure. What
I
up,
got a
Fresh?
question for you, Landon,
Freshy.
because you Midwest boy,
Oh yeah.
and you.
Let's
How
get
do,
to
how did the
that.
fairs come from this Florida fair compared to the fairs you've been up in Midwest?
All right, you want to hear something crazy? I stereotype fairs very hard up in the Midwest, so I never went to one.
You never went to a
I-
fair?
Bro,
so I never
come
went
on.
to fairs up in the Midwest.
What did
just
you
because
do?
Bro.
Not
Different
bu-
vibe,
not-
different
yeah,
experience.
different vibe. I was about to say bumps,
Yeah.
and that is not the word that I'm using, but it's just a different I wasn't part of the
So
like,
Midwest fairs don't
country
even go.
vibe.
I
Yeah.
feel-
Oh, it's so it's
okay.
like
Okay.
More of a country vibe.
Okay.
Like so I'm assuming I'd have to have gone to fully tell you.
I guess so.
But so we are missing a little bit of information there. Welcome back, Fresh. Glad you made it back. But yeah, no, I honestly like never would go to. I mean, my younger brother went, and I think my older brother went. So I guess I was just like
anti-fair.
anti-fair. For
Anti-fair.
honestly, and now that
Man.
I've gotten older, I don't have a great reason to be that way. I think I just dug in. I literally dug in anti-fair for no reason other than
I mean-
a lot. So here's the thing: there's some, and I don't hate anyone, but there's some some people my grade I didn't get
Yeah,
along with
yeah.
sometimes. Different crowd,
Yeah.
and they would all love the fair. And I'd
Yeah.
be like,
I'm gonna
I
stay
could
away
just-
from that.
I could just not go
Yeah.
there.
That's
I
true.
feel that. Even in Jacksonville, like when we had the fair in Jacksonville, I would be like, no, no,
But I feel like,
I'm okay.
but it legitimately is a little bit different up there, and I
Yeah.
say it. I don't even know how to say it nicely, but like, it's just nicer down here.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
fair, like whatever all the rides maybe look a little bit better or
Mhm.
more better put together.
Coup-
All the food
Couple
options.
bolts.
Right.
Yeah, no, not as many loose bolts. Not
Oh
as many
my
loose
gosh.
bolts. Oh, hey, look at that. Fresh said
Fresh,
he's never been
you've
to
never
a fair.
been
See?
either. Oh my gosh.
And like I had never really gone much. So actually, I've been to a fair like on a travel tournament one time. Like
Oh,
they were having a
nice.
fair like a campground. Like the state fair just happened to be there. So like we went. I don't think it was a state fair. It was just a random fair because this
Yeah.
is the state fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not
yep.
fair then. Because no.
How many
you know what? Now
fairs?
that I
We
think
need a
about
fair
it, that's not
counter.
fair. That's not fair because ours was just like a little Nemo, like little
Yeah,
city
yeah.
fair. Like if that's the state fair,
Yeah.
like for all of Florida.
Yeah.
It's a state. Well, that's not fair.
Okay. Well, then what about the Strawberry Festival? That's kind of like a fair.
It
then.
is. It's
So
Well,
how does
see-
that compare? It's still
Well,
the same. Just
so it's. I don't know. I honestly
the
don't
Strawberry
know.
Festival would still be better than the
Than
fair,
out-
most likely. But like, I mean, I think they did a lot of
Bro, it's the same.
a lot of like, what do you call
It's the
those?
same
What do you
stuff.
call those things where you put the parachute on the back of the car and they just
drag races.
drag races?
Yep.
They do some
Drag
drag
races.
races and stuff up there.
Those are fun.
They do some country stuff up in my hometown, man. They do some, and I don't even know that I call that country, but they do.
Nah.
I know it. They do the whole like who's got the best looking hog and all that stuff. I
Really?
just don't love that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, no, they do.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they do. So I'm
pretty
but I'm almost 100% sure my hometown's not watching this. So
Not
we'll
yet.
we'll just say they do.
yeah.
They may
Nice.
or may not.
I mean, that's cool. I would experience
The
that.
fair vibe is fun.
Yeah, yeah. It
The
always
way
is.
that I've experienced it down here.
Mm.
The way I've experienced it down here, the fair vibe is pretty fun. But like,
so, but you ate. So all right. So I said, hold on to that conversation on the before the podcast. You said you ate. Where'd you eat? And you said it blew your mind.
Day, so
okay.
now we'll move on to my Sunday. I don't do a lot on the weekends, but this was an action-packed weekend.
Same,
for me.
yeah.
So that's why I came in so tired today. I was like, I was just like you. I was texting him. I was like, I actually came into work like 45 minutes later today. I was like, hey man, I set my alarm at 6, and like I was like, I'm not ready to get up. There's no way. So I gave myself till 6:15. I was like, no way. So I gave myself till 6:45, and then I told him, I was like, look man, I give up. I'll be in before 8.
Yeah,
he got here at 8:30.
It was 8:15. That's 100% a lie. We'll check the cameras.
Keep him accountable.
We'll check the cameras after this. But on Saturday, I went to a Lightning game. Me and my wife had won tickets to sit 3 rows back at a Lightning game.
Wow.
But before that, we got all you can eat at this buffet at the nicest restaurant inside of this arena. All right. So we won this at a Christmas party. And at this buffet, so you can only this place, man. Only in this restaurant can you get in 2 hours early.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, I think it's like an hour and a half early is the earliest you can get into the arena. So we get there, we get in, we go through our clearance, feeling great. We walk into this place. It's literally all you can eat buffet. I guess what would you call it?
Buffet style.
It's like
buffet.
Golden Corral, but like imagine gourmet.
Wow.
Food. So it's like all
wow.
you can eat steak, lobster, shrimp, prime rib.
Oh my
ice
gosh,
cream bar,
bro.
Ice
That's
cream
dangerous.
bar. I don't know if you can see it. My shirt might be a little bit tight today,
dangerous.
but dude, I swear, I have not eaten that much food. It's the first time because it's so funny. We ate all that food before the game, then we go sit down, we're watching and stuff like that. It's like second period, getting ready to go third, and I'm like we haven't really gotten much this game. Like normally when we go to games, we're like go and get a soda, a popcorn, a hot dog. I'm like, why are we not? I was like, oh, because we're still so full
from the
the
buffet.
pregame. Yeah, like I was sitting there, like because my stomach was still full, but I was just thinking, I was just like, we haven't really bought much this game. Like, generally we'd have a soda or we'd be having popcorn or something like that, and it's like it's because we literally couldn't eat. But it was such a cool experience.
Did you like those seats?
Oh,
I still
the
have to
seats
go.
were insanity. We sat like 6 rows back or something like that. I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you a picture of it. But like the seats were actually I can show you right now. I actually have it on Snapchat. But the seats were literally insane. Like you're just right there on the ice. All these players. Like I just can't believe
prime time
these
real
guys
estate.
Wow.
Tall,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're tall guys, man. They're like 6'7",
These
6'8".
on skates, giving them an extra 2 inches.
Yeah.
Too. I was like, they were skating by, and I was like 2 steps up, and they were still taller.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they were just skating by. I was like, these guys are literally like 6'7", 6'8". These guys are massive. It was.
That's interesting.
Hey, yeah, it's fancy.
I didn't know that.
Fancy fresh, but no, I mean it was the seats, great location, right behind the thing. I mean, honestly, personally, I kind of prefer to sit a little higher because then you can kind of see the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you sit on one side, that being said, like the view is a lot better than I would have expected. But when you sit behind one side on the puck, like or on the ice, you're obviously everything on the other side's a little further away. But it was a blast. The Lightning lost, so that was unfortunate, but.
Still a good weekend.
Still a great weekend.
Yeah.
But what did you do? You can wrap it up. We gotta be at about time.
I'll wrap us
Take
up.
us home.
But this weekend, my fiance and I went to Orlando and we rented a tiny house.
Wow.
Yeah. So
See,
this
is stuff you need to document.
Yeah. See,
even with a little GoPro.
Yeah, you should have documented tiny house.
Bro, that would have been fun.
But
for your personal
I think
experiences.
they did it a little more last year, didn't you? You took some like videos and stuff last year.
No, that was 3. We went there 3 years ago.
That's not possible.
Whoa.
So I promise you.
That is not possible.
Yeah.
All right, well,
It's been
Tiny
3 years
house.
since I've been back. I swear to you, it's been that long. Isn't that crazy?
I hope you're wrong. Dude.
I'm not.
That is so sad.
Yes, I know.
Time is passing us by.
I know. We were talking about that. It's
There's
like, how
no
long has it been?
way.
And it's
I
been
thought
like,
you went last year.
dude, there was COVID.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
then
you went before COVID?
Yeah.
You did not go before COVID.
Before COVID, I went.
It's been a blur.
Right?
It's just been a
Right?
complete
You're like,
blur.
oh, it was last year. Nah, man. There was 2 years in between that. It was COVID and then post-COVID.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of
So
finally
what'd
back.
you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, shout out to oh man, it's so nice. There's a little
He was gonna shout him out. He decided not to.
well, no,
No,
because
no,
I
no.
read Fresh's comment,
Oh, I
but
got you.
no, it's this tiny home community in Orlando, and it's basically like an RV park, but instead of RVs, it's all tiny homes. So there's like 30, 40 tiny homes.
That sounds
Some are
amazing.
residential. Dude, it's
Some are
cheap.
residential. You can live there.
cheap. It's $80. $80
Really?
a night.
Wow.
Super cheap. It's on a lake.
All right. Yep.
You can do canoes, paddle boards, fishing.
It's pretty cool. Like he showed me pictures of it like the first time that he went.
Oh, I'm
It's
going.
honestly, it's really
going.
Dude.
$80 a night too.
I'm
Dude,
going.
so nice, man. It was like $150 for the weekend.
Go down
What,
there, fire up the
bro?
computer,
Yeah.
do some editing by the lake.
Yeah, bro.
There you go.
Maybe a
Oh.
little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
My
Yeah,
fiance
man.
would kill me if I did that. Honestly, like she hates when I work too much.
That was. Oh, I'm the same way,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
I came in, I rolled in with my work bag.
Yeah.
And I was
Like, what are you doing? We're,
Hey, I
we're
was like,
hanging
just
out.
in case.
Yeah, exactly.
Never know.
You just never know.
You never know.
Hey,
I could be
man.
texting him up and go, hey, man, where's that intro?
Right. Like,
But,
I got to do
yeah,
this
man,
for the guys real
he
quick.
is so.
Just try it. You know.
Miguel's the best with that too. He's
Stop,
missing like
bro.
half the
I
footage
just-
half the time.
I'm-
half the time. It's like, hey, we give him a shoe review and he's like, hey man, can you
Yeah,
see me the
fresh.
A-roll, the intro, the action shots, and also if you
No, stop.
And
it's
the
never
sound's
been
off,
that bad.
by the way.
Stop.
the sound was off.
But no, man, yeah, that tiny house, man, it's so nice. It's like right on the outside of like downtown Orlando. It's like 30 minutes out,
Okay.
like 30 minutes away from like Disney Springs,
Yeah,
30
yeah.
minutes away from downtown.
So close to everything. But do you even leave when you go down there? Or do
No,
you just
man,
Stay? That's
it's
what
just
I figured.
like-
You're not going
Yeah.
anywhere.
They have, like last time we went, they double booked us,
I
and
remember that. 3 years ago, it doesn't sound
yeah,
right,
they
but I
double
remember
booked
that.
us,
Wow.
and they were like, hey, like sorry about that. We'll like move out the other people who
Mhm.
take it, and then also you can take out the pontoon boat for free for the
Oh,
entire
that's
weekend.
yeah. I was gonna say 'cause
Bro,
you did the pontoon.
I'm telling you, it's if you want like a different experience, and this is like super chill, like if you just want to
Yeah.
kind of relax and like
Dude, that's kind of
de-stress.
like weirdly.
100%.
That's like almost like the Midwest vibe. Like our thing was always like go to the lake, go out on the pontoon.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like more
So
secluded.
quiet.
Like that's
Yeah.
kind of literally almost
what we
something what that
need.
would be like.
And
We
with
need
like
stuff like that.
now
we
I'm like
need stuff like that
Yeah.
around.
I'm like,
here,
man,
sure.
housing's so expensive.
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro.
I'm thinking about getting a tiny home.
Yeah. Why
Like,
not?
You have
Exactly.
To, hey, and
Why
you're
not?
hey, you're moving out of your parents'
So
house. So
hard.
you're not even gonna have a lot of stuff to bring.
Bro, but here's
Yeah.
the thing. Here's the thing about the tiny homes. Where do you put them?
Yeah.
Where do
Literally.
you put them?
We
That's
looked
the
at him.
only
We looked
thing.
at him. You have to.
It's hard.
There's nowhere to put them right here.
Yeah.
Anywhere here, sadly.
Because that's one of the things we looked at whenever whenever Sam was gonna move
Oh,
down.
I remember
like
that.
4 years ago.
Mm.
We were like, what if we just got because it was like $1,000 for like a studio. It was like,
Yeah.
what if we just got a tiny home?
Yeah.
Just where do we put it?
Yeah.
Like look at it as an. I'm glad we didn't do that now. But look at it as an investment or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, that is probably the one issue with it. But it's a pretty nice cheat code to put a bunch of them on one property and just rent.
Right.
It out.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
these things like
It's basically
10
like
feet by 10 feet?
What's
like,
the
not-
square
not like
footage?
for the
it's
square
like 3.
footage.
It was like 300 square feet. So it's like
That's a tiny home.
it was like
definitely
basically
tiny.
300. My last
so,
place
like,
was like 700.
the width of it
That
is
was
like
tiny.
a road,
Uh-huh.
and then it was I can show you guys pictures,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, it's honestly from like here to the wall over
Mhm.
there is longer than a tiny
So
home.
it's not a square though, but is it more
It's
like
like a rectangle.
it's like a rectangle?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but it was super nice. I highly recommend.
Well,
Shout
how,
out to
so
them.
how much? What
I'll
I
be
was trying
going
to say
next
is
month.
how many? I'll be going next
I
month.
will.
Dude,
how-
100%. Like
Yeah.
it's.
I'm definitely going.
How many
so
feet
nice.
is in between each tiny home? Like are they right next to each other?
Oh yeah, it's probably like if this was a tiny home, like this carpet, like the next tiny
Yeah.
home's like right there.
That makes
On
sense.
Yeah.
carpet?
Yeah, not
Maximize.
like it's probably like I don't know, like 5 or 6 feet.
Do you ever deal with anyone like? I feel like you go to the nature of the tiny home is to like be somewhat quiet, but do you ever deal with any like?
Oh, like noisy neighbors or
Yeah.
anything? No, you can't hear anything.
That's
no,
good.
Dude, like you
That's
go
good.
out, like ours had like a deck. You just go out and it's like quiet.
I
Yeah.
feel
It's so
it makes
crazy.
it would make no sense for someone that wants to go and party to go book a tiny home.
Oh yeah.
so
Don't.
you would hope
don't
you're at
do
least
that.
importing all that stuff.
But no,
Don't
no,
do
no.
that.
But here's the
Don't do
thing.
that.
Here's the thing, because it's so dirt cheap. It would be really cool to like have like, for
A
instance,
retreat?
all 3 of
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
get
crazy.
a whole
Section.
section.
Yeah. That would
And
be
they have like a
cool.
little campfire section, grilling
Yeah.
out stuff. Go
Yeah.
out on the pontoons. Yeah.
That would be
No,
fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How long have y'all been buying? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah,
Botting.
What
I'm
is
dead.
there even is there to bot these days? You bought the Tiffany Air Force Ones and end up not being able.
Yeah,
to
those things
do
are like
it.
retail almost, right?
I don't know,
Really?
I saw someone the other day on
Can
Twitter.
we check the price?
I
I'll
was on-
check.
I was
Yeah.
on Twitter the other day, and someone said they lost
Sneaker bonding.
$20,000 on because they bought too many pairs of the Jordan 1 like Royal Toes or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
goodness.
The Jordan 1 lows or mids or something.
Yeah,
oh my
man.
gosh.
If you're still buying
20,000.
sneakers these days,
You
hey,
gotta-
you either have a financial no understanding of finances, 'cause
Yeah.
It's just so.
oh,
rough.
it's
or you got
it
a bulk
is.
buyer. I
Yeah.
guess. You got
Yeah,
a bulk
true,
buyer.
true.
We
But
never,
still,
we
man.
never got enough shoes to
Yeah.
do that. But
yeah, no more getting sneakers here. All right, Tiffany. Oh, okay, no, they're okay. They're doing.
They're still good.
What would they retail for?
I don't.
400.
They did not retail for 4.
Retailed for 4.
Wow. I mean,
They're going for like 859. So
you doubled up.
No,
You
okay,
got 'em, you doubled up.
that's a bad example because like the really nice shoes, but like you used to be able to buy all these releases.
That's
like,
true.
Like so if you're in, but
here you
gotta
go.
be,
Jordan
gotta
3 reimagined. These.
See, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Used to
cream,
be.
You gotta be cream of the crop to be getting more than 2 pairs of those Tiffany Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Those. Yeah. These Jordans are going for like 220, 240, and they retailed for 210.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking. You're
not
making
with the fees. Not with the fees. Not with the
maybe
fees.
$5 a
Not
pair.
with the fees.
Maybe.
There's no way. You gotta have at least if it gets over $200, it's gotta be like 240, 250. Or
Yeah.
you lose the money.
Yeah. Nope. Sneaker game is out
It's
right
It
now.
is. It's
crazy.
crazy, bro. It is.
I mean, I feel like
I was at the sneaker store for a little while and like just seeing how
yeah,
the
'cause you-
sneaker game was.
Do you have any contact with them still? 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
where's the
How are they
sneaker store
doing?
at? Where's
They're
this at?
good.
They're
Tampa.
they're
in
doing
Tampa.
fine.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're good.
How are they okay?
It's. I mean, on top of the rapport that they built with the locals, like that, I think that's one of the biggest
Huge.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Huge.
they do so much for the community just to have that like central hub down there.
yeah,
But
that's the only way.
Where
Yeah,
are they at?
they're
They,
doing
they have a
good.
storefront.
so it's what is 202 East Cass Street, downtown Tampa. Society. Shout out to Society.
There we go.
Yeah.
Soul Society. Because
Yep.
I'm in Tampa all the time. I've never seen this store.
Yeah, bro.
I
Like
used to
literally.
we used to go to I used to go to hit up malls all the time. and
Yeah.
I've been to. So
Have
where
you
is
been
this
to the
at?
Riverfront Park?
Yeah.
So like, okay, so the Riverfront Park on the side that's facing University of Tampa,
Okay.
it's like behind that. So there's gonna be like this, bro. There's so many different buildings. I'm trying to
That's
give
what
you
I'm
like a
saying.
good.
That's like because like I've been around Tampa, but like, and I normally notice like I mean if I'm driving by. it's just
Yeah,
where I'll
yeah.
notice it.
No, it's like it's literally right on the corner. So next time you're out there,
I'm gonna have
just
to check
look it
them out
up,
for
bro.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Good for them. I'm glad they're surviving.
And they're
man.
not
Yeah,
even
bro.
in the
No,
mall
they're
and
doing
stuff
good.
like that because that feels like the
Yeah.
one way that you can. Because I mean, if you go in the mall, I feel like you look at the shoe at the margins on these shoes,
Yeah.
and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just literally crazy.
Yeah,
so
they're
like,
selling like mids for
them-
like 250.
yeah,
And
bro.
you're like,
we're sitting here like,
Like,
oh,
come on.
how are these people staying
Come
in
on.
business at these prices? And then they
Yeah.
talk like all they gotta do is sell one shoe for the day and they're good.
Yeah.
So like
literally.
at those prices, so like the fact that it's like a sneaker store that's outside of the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
chain and stuff like
Mhm.
that, that feels way tougher. Unless like they're next to. I don't know where they're at, but if they're next to a Dick's or a Hibbett's or something like that,
No,
it's
it's-
different. But like if
It's a great location. It's literally like it's like, for example, if you had like a convenience store and you lived in a high-rise apartment and you had a convenience store on the corner.
Yeah.
It's like that convenient.
oh nice.
So it's like that for shoes. So they're like perfect location. Just it's a great store, guys. So
I have to,
Ever
I'll
get a
for
chance,
sure
yeah.
have to check that out.
all right,
definitely get out
but
there.
that's honestly we're gonna be out of time, guys. We gotta do other stuff besides just talk.
yeah, we
But-
have some other things to do today.
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
that was
Hey,
fun.
man, yeah,
That was definitely
this
fun.
is
This was a good
is,
episode. Good
yeah.
episode 1. A little background knowledge over Miguel.
We'll
Yeah.
see
Kind
what
of a
it
little
ends
bit
up
of
looking
us.
like. We'll probably
Try to do this weekly, right?
Yeah, you guys
Mondays,
can just kinda
9:30.
get
Yep.
behind the scenes on how we think sometimes outside of work and sometimes
Yeah.
we'll just talk about work and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Well,
Sweet.
we'll
figure
find
it
something
out.
to talk about.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching. If you did, I
Thanks.
think we got a few views out there and
That's all
more
that
to come.
matters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
exactly.
to come.
All
We're
right.
just having
Good
fun
building.
anyways.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll call it here.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
This is great.
Got it?
Good.
Did you stop
Not
sharing?
yet. I think.
Oh,
Wow.
no, we're still here.
We're still live. We're just
Sorry, guys.
us off.
No, it's okay.
It's not working.
Chase is going. Chase is gone. How long have y'all been bonding? That's funny. That's funny.
Dude, it's people from YouTube always come out here with the